Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So let's start. In last video, I have covered the insertion part. That means I have just shown you how to insert data, and let me show you that up to what we have did. Okay, so let's go. Hmm. Okay, when I will give the localhost 20,000 over here, then what will happen? So you can see this. This is our browser, and we have opened our template. So this is the first template, and second template will be open when I will click on the task list. Then you can see that the route got changed here. One task added over here. That's why we are inside this task list. So now you can see that we did the insertion part only. That means when you will give the data. Suppose you want to do something like cooking. So when you will go to for cooking, then if you want, you can give the description as well. Suppose I will do it by today. Okay, so I can add this. Okay, so you can see that this is I mean data inserted, and also if we go to check in our database, then also we have already added. Let me show you. Okay, you can see. Then when I will refresh, oh, it will, it's not going to take the refresh. It is already updated. So you can see that I just given the data and it's saved over here. And this is a form of tuple. In the form of tuple, the data got stored in the model or in the table. And this table is inside my DB Square 3. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go for the edit part. So how we will edit? So before going to edit, we have to first do what? We have to go to the ui.py. That means whenever I want to, I will click on the edit part. That means if I click on the edit, then Ajax will get called, and that means the when the moment I will click on the edit, what will happen? Simply let's go to the static part. So here, what will happen? So when I will click, it will take the id first, and then it will match. Okay, we have now id as we have clicked. So we got the id. Then it will take the, with the help of id, it will get the name and description as well. And after that, that means after that what will happen? It will get stored over here. That means it will again go to the task. The task will go to the task, and description will go to the description, because we have clicked on this and Ajax got called. Okay, so after this, the control will directly go to the urs.py. So let's go to the urs.py, because in the urs.py we have mentioned on, and let me tell you one thing. When we will go to the register, I mean, when we were giving the inserting our task, so at this moment you can see that I have mentioned you in the URL that if there is any data to edit, then it will, this part will work. That this was our ternary operation, this part will work. Otherwise this will work. That means if there is nothing to edit, then uh, add will work, or if there is anything to edit, so edit will work. And the whole thing will work, also work for edit part. That means you don't need to mention again this acknowledge part, again this success part, because this will work for both add and edit. So let's first let me show you the us.py of my app. So you can see that I have mentioned the path for edit. That means it will, we know that whenever we want to, or whenever we are going to click on the edit, so it will take the id, and id will be of type integer. So that's why I mentioned this is known as params. So this is going to take the id in the form of params. This is the param. So, or you can say parameter as. So this is my view. So after coming to the yash.py, the flow will go to the views.py, and here we have given the function for edit. So as you can see, this is my edit function. So let's discuss the edit function. Before discussing, you can also go to the template. So let me show you the template first. So in the templates, you can see that there is nothing for edit part. Actually, we don't need to write anything for edit. You can only mention the headings. Sorry, the yes, the title head. Sorry, the table head, like edit, delete. But actually, the main work is going to be done over here. That means in the task underscore rows.html, because here we are giving the button in this way. That means in the table data you are going to give the button that when you will click, what will happen? It will take the id, the name and the description, and then you can see that but suppose you click on the edit button and you got the id data and sorry id name and data, then also it will not work. When you will go to the ajax, then you can find the answer why it will not work, because you have already clicked on the edit button, but the data is now I mean, it got the data, it got the id, but whenever whenever you will do this, then only the data will be again inserted in the task, or task will be in the task, description will be in the description, because you are just taking the data, but you are not going to again reload to the form. So to reload the form you have to do this again. That means first what you have to do, you let me split the page and then you will be able to understand. Okay, so let me do this. Word wrap. Okay, so now it's good. So as you can see that initially we were working with ID, so we used hash, but now we are using here dot. Why? Because I have taken this edit button with the help of class. That means this is my class, and you know this is my custom class. Edit button is my custom class, and now I am using it with the help of dot over here. So you can see that I have taken the DOM element. I mean, I mentioned the document, and I have mentioned the on click function, and this will take three parameter. First will be click, second will be your custom class, and third will be your function, which will again take the event, because we are working on Ajax, so it is asynchronous, so it will not reload the page. For that reason we have to mention event.prevent default function. Okay, now in the first, I mean, when we are going to, we went to insert the data, we take the ID, name, description, CSRF token. So right now we have to take this ID, name, and description, and sorry. Now we will not go to again take all the things that we have did already. We in sorry, instead of doing all those things, we will do some different thing, like we will use a dollar sign, and then this is this we will take in parenthesis. This why? This refers the current instance. That means id, we have mentioned the id. So the time, the moment you have clicked on the edit button, so it will refer that which edit button you have clicked. And let me tell you why we are using here class. Initially we used id, but here we are using class, because let me tell you that id will be unique, and that means on the time of name description there was unique id, but now we have a, let me show you. Okay, so you can see there are so many edit, so many delete. That means if you create 100 of tasks, then there will be 100 of edit, 100 of delete. So it's not that it's not possible to take all the to take different IDs for all edit. That's why we are using here class, so that it will be easy to work with this. Okay, so that means whenever you will click on one edit button, then it will refer the same same object or same instance, that means it will only take the name id, sorry, id and name and description for that. So that's why when I will mention here this, that means this refers the id on which you have clicked on. And here we have taken the data function that will take the id that we mention over here. That means now we will pick, and this id, that means this is coming from where, this id, this name, this description we have mentioned in the models.py. Whatever attributes we have mentioned in the model.py, you have to use those attributes over here. That means those model attributes over here, otherwise it will not work, there will be an error. So right now we are using here data id. I'm taking this id over here, and in the same manner I will take the name that I have mentioned here. You can see the name as well as the description. So I'm taking the description also. So now if you want, you can check, I mean giving a console.log, you can check that after clicking or clicking on id button, you got the id or not. So you can check this. I have just given for the check. Okay, now you got the data, but it cannot fill the form again. So to fill the form again, you have to take again the dom elements that we have taken initially. That means over here, let me show you. You can see that what is this? Okay, so let me control minus one time. So you can see that here we have in the success part, or in the yes, in the success part we have taken the task name, description, register, I mean the button. So here also we will do the same thing. Initially we were using this to empty the form, but right now we will use the same thing to fill the form again when we will click on the edit button. So we use the same thing, but right now it was the you can see the val function was empty, but here we are passing this variable that we have just taken, or we have stored the values of the current instance. The you can see the id, the current instance to this task underscore id. I'm going to pass this variable over here. That means after doing this, this will refill the form. So if you comment out this one, then your form will not be filled. Okay, so I did the same thing, and now you can see that I have used here add. Initially it was add, but whenever you will click on the edit button, it will be shown as update. That's why I mentioned here update. Okay, so this was all about, and let me show you the oh yeah, I have already shown you. There's nothing to show in the template. So this was about the, oh, let me discuss the views.py. I didn't discuss the views.py, na? Okay, let's go to the views.py. Where's my views.py? Let me show again. So, okay, again open. Hmm. So in the view, when we have already understood the Ajax part and also the template. So now, when the data we have already refilled the form, then what will happen? So you can see that we got the task name, task description, and it will take again. That means again user can give a new name, a new description. Okay, and then we will check that again this name is already exist or not. If it is exist, then, and you let me know, let me tell you that we did the whole part before also, but except this one. That means we didn't mention, initially it was not mentioned in the add underscore task, but right now I mention here. Why? Because I want to exclude. Suppose you click on the edit button, and the id is 1. So now you are going to provide new name, new description, and now it will check that this name is already exist or not. So if it again check also with the id one, then it will not work. This is not a good thing. So that's why we are going to exclude that id which you have clicked. So suppose you clicked on the ID 1, then it will exclude the ID. Then after it will check that ID 2, 3, 4 has the same name or not. So if there will be no if this is not true, then what will happen? It simply again take it will get the id of that element, and sorry, of that task, and then the task name that just you will provide the new name, this will save in the task dot name, and the task underscore description that you provided newly, it will save in the task description. And now we will go to the save the new raw data that you just provided. So we will go for task dot save function. We will use a save function. So in this way, the your data will be saved, and now you again want to show these data into your list. So before that, we have to take we have to set is a query set. That means we have to take all the objects. Um, sorry, we have to map the object. So we will, what we will do, we will again do the same thing. We will take the task, write the same thing, task dot object dot got. I want to get all the details because I want to show in my list. So I will take all the details, and then it will be saved in the task query shed. Okay, so as we know that we have to change it from HTML to string. So that's why again I am taking this one. You know very well, we have already discussed this part initially. So now you can see that we are going to save this task into the sorry, we are going to pass this task to the task underscore rows.html, and then it will return the response as HTML underscore string, that this is this one, and the message which you will get the task updated successfully. So let's go and check. We have already our program is already running. So if I click on edit button, suppose I'm clicking on this edit button, and I want to change. Hmm. Suppose I want there's no description. So I initially maybe I missed the description. So now I have chance to give some description. So I will give a description like Python. Hmm. I do this daily. Okay, so I can update this, and you can see this the your task got updated. So this is about the update, and you also got a message. Let me do it again. So now if I go and I erase this one and I update, so you can see task updated successfully. You got a message of updation. That means you have already updated. And one thing, whenever you will click on the edit button, you will see that this will get changed. See, this is now update. Initially it was add, but now it's update. So this is about the edit part. So in the next video we will discuss the delete part. Thank you very much. Stay happy and healthy.